Aloha class, this is my book review for the book I read this semester called Little Bets, How Breakthrough Ideas Emerge from Small Discoveries by Peter Sims. So just a brief summary of the book, I listed the structure of the chapters there, which are all pretty unique in and of themselves, but do a good job at explaining why innovation and creativity is important at small levels in the business world. And then just a little background about Peter Sims. There's a quote there at the bottom, but he considers himself an artistic entrepreneur. He's the CEO and founder of a company called Parliament, which helps colleagues and collaborators to network and find the right connections in entrepreneurial settings. And then also a foundation called Black Sheep, which helps kind of more the artistic side of entrepreneurs, but those who have abilities and skills in design and graphics to connect and have exposure in their artwork. So really, really cool. The three most impactful lessons that I learned from this book kind of started with these three questions. But firstly, I learned that business requires creativity. I think sometimes we think of business as this linear process. It's very structured and rigid, and doesn't vary a lot within developing and creating your business. But I think just learning that we need to find all different angles and different options that are available to us when we're wanting to be an entrepreneur. And then secondly is small wins. So concrete, complete, implemented outcome of moderate importance is how the book defines small wins. Um, so it's just really important that we look back at our progress that we made and not just put it to the side, because we can learn valuable things from self-reflection in our entrepreneurial process. So saying, okay, this is all the things that have been going right. How can we continue to do this? And then these are the things that also haven't been going so well, and how can we improve on those skills? Um, and then lastly, it's a little bit different, but questions are the new answers. So mostly from this one is just being creative and thinking outside the box, but knowing that with doing that, we're going to have questions. And not just logistical questions like, okay, I don't know how to do this, who has the skills to do it, but also soul searching questions like, why am I pursuing this business? What is going to help me be effective in meeting the needs of my customers? So the conceptual business that I worked to develop this semester is called Wear Empathy, also known as We Are Empathy. So our vision is to create empathetic spaces through clothing and design clothing labeled with those empathetic messages that allow connection through expression for things that people struggle with on a daily basis. Um, and empathy is defined as the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, which can easily be done through clothing. So the principles that I learned from this book that apply to my conceptual business is first chapter 7, learning a lot from a little. So getting a second opinion, that it's important to value the opinions of those not only above you in leadership, but those around you, your colleagues, even people who are working to do the same thing as you. Just knowing that great um, advice and moving forward can come from those around you. Chapter 2 is the growth mindset, so planning for failure. This is important as well because we need to be able to understand that failure is crucial to our success, that it's going to happen. And so planning for the best outcomes, but also the worst outcomes, is a really good trait of entrepreneurs. And then chapter 4, the genius of play, so encouraging cooperation and creativity. Just making spaces really open and to thinking outside the box and accepting all those different kind of opinions, and being able to really focus on positivity rather than negativity. So moving forward, three goals that I wanted to change in my business is being people conscious, thinking outside the box, and then accepting failure as well. So plan by archetyping for employees, engage your employees on all levels in meetings and constructive feedback, and then rewriting business plans to include strategic failure. So one goal that I wanted to pursue coming out of this book is to seriously be able to develop a small entrepreneurial idea I've had. Um, so after all, life is a creative process. It all begins with one little bit. What will yours be? So that's my book review. Thanks for watching.